everyone in YouTube land. My name is Zeon. You are my delightful remnants. Welcome to the Zeonremnants channel. And in today's video, we are going grocery shopping. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be doing a custom. It's going to be the easiest custom I've ever done on the channel. Anybody can do this. What you need is a model kit stormtrooper. Why do I say model kit stormtrooper? Because it's the easiest one to paint. Because literally you can just take all these little pieces off. I know I really failed at taking this part off here. But trust me, you can take all these pieces off. And you need that. And you need some gold leaf rub and buff. Because we are going to be making Commander Pyre from the Star Wars Resistance Kitty show. Which I've been watching. And I'm still kind of iffy on it. You know, it's alright, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Hopefully the story progresses more, and yeah, that's not what this is about. We're gonna make Commander Pyre. He's basically the, like, male version of Captain Phasma, basically. He's a First Order Stormtrooper. He's wearing all gold, except he has, I have to look at reference pictures, but I'm pretty sure his biceps are black, and his abdomen piece is black. Now, also in the show, I noticed he did not have this belt section here, but too bad, so sad, he's going to have it. And he has a black pauldron, which we have here. This is from the Last Jedi First Order Stormtrooper figure arts set, which came with, like, 3 of these and just a bunch of cool shit. That's, like, the best figure arts First Order Stormtrooper to get, in my opinion, is that one. So we're going to use that. And then I'm thinking we're going to give him Captain Phasma's gun, because he basically has the same gun as Captain Phasma. And then we're just going to spray paint the black areas, and that's it. Literally some rub and buff, and some black spray paint, or whatever I feel like using. Throw a black pauldron on him, and we call him Dunzo. Let's get to it. Okay, here's an update on the gold pieces. This is just the first coat. Now, I'm thinking on some of these, I don't know how much more I'm going to put on, because I kind of like this look right now. It looks very distressed. And, basically how I'm applying this is with my finger, really. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Now, part of the reason why it's not like doing a full coverage is because of how slick and shiny the plastic is. I did clean it prior to doing this. But just know it's probably best to sand this, because it has such a shiny top coat, you know, the plastic, sometimes paint has a hard time sticking to that stuff. So, more than likely, the smart thing would have been to at least give this some kind of, you know, sanding here. Because you can see, like, here, it's, like, spreading and not really taking well. But what happens is, as you continue to rub it, and the compound starts to dry, you'll see that the color will start spreading. It's a bit trippy. It's kind of weird. It's not like painting at all, obviously, as you guys can see. But as you continue to... And part of the reason why I like using my finger is because as you continue to apply heat, the compound melts and everything. And it makes like this first little layer. which is good because then you can build upon that. So right here, first layer. And maybe I'll do a little bit more. But that's actually... Oop, it's actually not too bad. It's that I kind of like the way it's coming out in the beginning. As far as like, it's covering certain areas but not others, so it looks kind of worn away. Now, I've used rub and buff a lot before, but never to actually like completely cover something. Normally, if you guys have seen any of my videos, like making props or whatever, I'll normally use it to highlight accents or something like that. What I'm going to do is, I have this old shirt that's cotton. I'm going to go and just try and buff out any remaining material. And right now, that's how it looks. It's not too bad. And that's basically all I'm doing right now. And then if I'm deciding to go ahead and add more, I'll let these dry a little bit so it has a decent first layer. And then you can go ahead and you can add more. But I'm going to see how this looks with just the first coat, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I decided to go back in and try and make him as gold as possible. And I'm going to give you guys some tips so you can avoid the hassles of what I went through to make this figure. Number one, I would definitely recommend going ahead and taking a very, very fine grit sandpaper like this. This is, what is this, 1,000? This might be 1,000 grit, I'm pretty sure. Get a very fine grit sandpaper and go ahead and sand your Stormtrooper so you get that shine off of it and it roughs up the surface just a little bit. This way the rub and buff will buff into the surface, because the problem I was running into is that the surface was so coated that the even though I cleaned the figure, that the rub and buff was just kind of like sliding off until it like heated up, and then it would spread and slowly it would like melt on. But then the other issue was that then when I went to do like another coat, the like other rub and buff will like rub off some of parts. It was really weird. So long story short, sand your Stormtrooper. If you decide to like rub and buff for like Captain Phasma or Commander Pyre, like gold rub and buff, silver rub and buff, whatever the case is, definitely go ahead and do yourself a favor and do that. Secondly, if you are going to coat your rub and buff Stormtrooper, try and use an acrylic clear coat, like crystal clear. Make sure it says acrylic clear coat on it, because I used a gloss clear coat on the chest. And let me see if you guys can see. It ended up melting some of the rub and buff, and so what I had to do was, I noticed it immediately as soon as I sprayed it on, it just started bubbling. So I had to go ahead and sand the chest down and go ahead and redo the chest. So definitely that's an issue. Also, when you clear coat rub and buff, I would recommend doing light, 2 light coats. Don't do too heavy, because even acrylic coating can sometimes mess up your rub and buff. Actually, like, I think here, I think that was from the clear coat. And you see like this weird little like dark circle? I think that was from that as well, because I don't recall that being on there earlier. So yeah, definitely just some things to note. I think it looks much better now that I've got him mostly gold. And he's going to go in this diorama I've been working on. I just thought it was cool to have him next to Captain Phasma. I need to get the Disney Store exclusive Captain Phasma with the like helmet blown up, like in Last Jedi, because that's actually a pretty cool look for her. And it comes with a cloth cape, which is nice. You can, if anything, you can just buy it just for the cape for your model kit, Captain Phasma. And then he has the Captain Phasma gun like you guys saw earlier. So I think this came out quite well. I'm really pleased with how he looks. There's some imperfections here, like on the back you can see the result of that issue I said where I had to like sand it down a little bit. So that I mean, it's on the back, so it's not a huge deal, but overall, I like it. Let me give you guys like a sneak peek at this diorama I've been working on. It's a huge undertaking, and I've been working on it for a long time, but when I say working on it, I mean I started it like when I moved into my house, and I've kind of slowly been working on it, but I really need to like get some ground. So let me show you guys that real quick. Alright guys, we're in the Star Wars room now. Let me get this out of the way. So this right now is part of what I've been working on. This is the Snoke throne room from Last Jedi. I know most people don't like Last Jedi, and I don't either. However, I do like the throne room scene. I thought it was one of the better scenes in the movie, and I kind of wanted to recreate it. I have 6 Praetorian Guards. I have the figure arts Rey and Kylo, and I want to do something interesting in here. So I started making these walls. This is actually real fabric that I use. I will be doing a full video on the diorama. It's in parts right now, but I just want to make some more progress before you guys see it. So, and then in here, ignore all the ships here. If you can see, I've started cutting some board out, and the Black Series TIE Fighter, the really big one, is going to be in here, and then we're going to have progressively smaller First Order TIE Fighters going back. I have 3 other smaller ones, like the 3-inch one, the speaker, the Bluetooth speaker one, and the model kit. They're progressively smaller, so it looks like they're in a huge row. And then I have some plans laid out for a battle scene, and Luke being a badass, which he wasn't in Last Jedi, and explosion going off here, and I'm going to build rails here and across above the TIE Fighters. And you guys have seen, like, my First Order rocket trooper that I made on the video, and I got my flame trooper that I made, and then, oh look, BB-8, he moved from, oh, that's for another dio. As you guys can see, I have a lot of First Order stormtroopers, quite a lot. Here's some more, my Kylo, all my Praetorian Guards, and I don't know where Rey is, she's in here somewhere. It's a trap. But yeah, oh, my Luke, which I want to customize a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on soon. You guys, I'll do a full like video on my Star Wars room one day. Here's like a quick peek of it. It's like still a work in progress. There's like stuff all over the place. I'm trying to find homes for it. But yeah, so anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. As always, with your own customs, thoughts on this custom, etc. Have you made any dumb mistakes like this before? Things of that nature. This way everybody can learn, not make stupid mistakes like old Daddy Zeon makes. Sometimes I do stupid things. Subscribe for more creative content. As always, I have some new content coming out as far as figures, customizing goes. I've been getting back in the groove again, which is good for me and for you, because you get to enjoy the creativity of my channel, which is what I always strive to do. Sometimes it gets away from me, so I'm trying to get, back in the game. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, go to the Designed by Humans Zeon store to buy Destiny related merchandise. And as always, Zeon!